I held the DNA test results at my sister's wedding reception. The baby sleeping in the next room, 0% mine, 100% my problem. Can you love someone and still refuse to parent their child? Or does real love mean sacrificing your entire future? Let me tell you how I got here. 3 months earlier, I'm sitting at Romano's, this Italian place downtown where they know our order. Chicken marsala for me, pesto pasta for her. Tuesday night ritual, we've been together 2 years. Good years. The kind where you start thinking about rings and mortgages and whose parents you'll visit for Thanksgiving. Rachel slides into the booth across from me, and she's smiling. That wide, nervous smile that means something big. My best friend Marcus is there too. We'd invited him last minute because he'd just gotten dumped and needed distraction. He's scrolling through his phone, half present. I have news, Rachel says. I reach for her hand across the table. Good news? I'm pregnant. The restaurant noise, clinking glasses, conversations, that Italian opera they always play, it all goes distant. Marcus looks up from his phone. I feel my face doing something, smiling, I think, trying to smile. That's amazing. Wow. She's crying now, happy tears. I took 3 tests, all positive. I saw the doctor this morning, 8 weeks. 8 weeks. The number sits in my brain, heavy. 8 weeks, I repeat. Yes. She squeezes my hand. I know we weren't planning this, but 8 weeks. I'm doing math, fast math. So that would be early March? March 14th, she said, give or take. Marcus is watching me now. He knows my schedule. He knows because we'd gone to that conference together. Denver, March 12th through the 24th, 12 days. I remember because I'd missed our anniversary and had to apologize for a week. I pull out my phone, open the calendar app. There it is. Flight to Denver, March 12th. Flight home, March 24th. We've been apart for 10, I say quietly. What? 8 weeks ago, March 14th, I was in Denver for the conference. Remember, I missed our anniversary. Rachel's face changes, just slightly. A tiny crack in that smile. Well, doctors aren't exact. It could be a few days off either direction. Marcus sets down his fork, slowly. A few days, I say. So maybe March 10th? 11th? Why are you doing this? Her voice has an edge now. Why are you calculating? Because I'm trying to understand. Understand what? That we're having a baby? She pulls her hand back. This is supposed to be happy news. If you've ever heard news that changed everything in 1 second, drop 8 weeks in the comments below. The waiter brings our food. Perfect timing. No one touches it. Marcus clears his throat. I'll give you guys a minute. He stands, throws cash on the table, and leaves. Smart man. I look at the pregnancy test she's placed on the table between us. 3 tests, actually, all in a Ziploc bag, all showing 2 lines. I look at my phone, calendar app still open. Denver, Denver, Denver. Rachel. I keep my voice level. I need you to tell me the truth. Is there any possibility, any at all, that the dates are different than what you're saying? You think I'm lying. I think doctors make mistakes. Or maybe you're remembering wrong. Maybe you came home early. Maybe. I have the boarding passes, hotel receipts. We can pull them up right now. She stands, grabs her purse. If this is how you're going to be, I don't want to do this here. Do what here? Ask questions? Interrogate me like I'm a criminal on the happiest day of my life. She leaves, walks out of Romano's. The opera keeps playing. I sit there with 2 untouched plates of pasta and 3 pregnancy tests in a plastic bag. My phone buzzes. Marcus. Dude, call me. I look at the calendar again. The dates don't lie. March 14th, 8 weeks. I've been gone. The next 3 days, Rachel doesn't take my calls. Texts me in short bursts. I need space. You hurt me. I thought you'd be happy. But she won't answer the question, the only question that matters. I'm sitting in my apartment, our apartment technically, though she'd kept her old place just in case, when my phone rings. My sister, Emma, family lawyer, sharp as they come. Marcus called me, she says, no preamble. Told me about dinner. Emma, I don't need a lawyer. You need to document everything right now. I'm serious. Document what? Dates, receipts, flight records, every text message, every conversation about timeline. She pauses. When's the last time you two were intimate before your trip? I think back. February 28th? It was her birthday weekend. And after you got back? March 26th, 2 days after I landed. So there's a gap. March 1st through March 25th, 25 days. Emma, listen to me. I've seen this before. If she's 8 weeks pregnant from a March 14th conception, and you weren't there, you need to protect yourself. She wouldn't. Maybe not. But her story's already changing. You said the dates didn't match, and instead of explaining, she left. That's not confusion, that's deflection. I lean back on the couch, close my eyes. What do I do? Save everything, screenshots of your calendar, travel records, credit card statements from Denver, hotel keycard logs if you can get them, work emails proving you were there, everything. This feels insane. It feels like due diligence. You love her? I get it. But love doesn't change math. That night, I start a folder on my laptop. Screenshots, PDFs, receipts. The paper trail of my life in March. It feels like preparing for war. It feels like betraying her. It feels necessary. Rachel finally agrees to meet. Sunday brunch at her place. I bring flowers, sunflowers, her favorite, olive branch. She's been crying. I can tell from her eyes. Red, swollen. She hugs me at the door, and I hug back, and for a second, everything feels normal. I'm sorry, she says. I overreacted. We sit on her couch. The coffee table has pregnancy books already. What to expect when you're expecting. The baby name guide. This is real. This is happening. I'm sorry too, I say, for the way I asked. I was surprised, and the dates confused me, and they confused me too. She takes my hand. I talked to my doctor again, did more research. Apparently the dating can be off by up to 2 weeks, so maybe it wasn't March 14th. Maybe it was late February when I was here. Exactly. But her voice, there's something in her voice, a rehearsed quality, like she'd practiced this explanation. Can I ask you something? I say, and I need you to be completely honest. Of course. Is there any chance, any possibility that you were with someone else during March? The pause is too long. Half a second too long, but it's there. No. She says it firmly. No, of course not. Why would you even ask that? Tyler, I say. Her face goes blank. What about Tyler? Tyler, the ex-boyfriend, the one she'd dated for 4 years before me, the one who still texted her on holidays, the one whose Instagram she still liked posts from. I heard he was around in March. Who told you that? Does it matter? Yes, it matters because someone's spreading lies. Rachel. I pull out my phone, open a screenshot. Our mutual friend Jake had sent it to me yesterday. Apartment building security log. Her building, guest sign-in sheet, March 18th. Tyler Morrison, 11:47 p.m., March 19th. Tyler Morrison exit, 6:23 a.m. I show her the photo. The color drains from her face. He came by to pick up some old stuff, she says. Stuff he'd left at my place. It took a while. We caught up. He crashed on the couch because it was late. The security guard said he stayed until morning. On my couch. For 7 hours. I'm not doing this. She stands up. You clearly don't trust me. You're digging into security logs, asking people about me, treating me like a suspect. I'm treating you like someone whose story keeps changing. She points at the door. Get out! Rachel, get out! I stand, leave the flowers on her coffee table, walk to the door, turn back. I'll take a DNA test, I say. After the baby's born, we'll know for sure then. If you loved me, she says, her voice shaking, you wouldn't need proof. I close the door behind me, walk to my car, sit in the driver's seat. My phone buzzes. Marcus, how'd it go? Me, not good. Marcus, what do you need? Me, a time machine. 2 weeks later, Rachel calls, apologizes, says her hormones are crazy. She's emotional. She wants to work this out. Can we try again, please? I want to say yes. God, I want to say yes because I love her. Loved her. Love her? I don't even know anymore. We meet at a park, neutral territory. She brings coffee, decaf for her, regular for me. We walk the trail around the pond. I've been thinking, she says, about what you said, about the DNA test. Yeah? If it would make you feel better, we can do it. After the baby's born, I don't want this hanging over us. Relief floods through me. Really? Really, because I have nothing to hide. And I want you to be confident, to be a dad without doubt. We hold hands, watch the ducks. It feels like maybe we can get through this. There's one thing though, she says. What's that? The birth certificate. When the baby's born, they need a father's name for the hospital paperwork. Right, of course. So even if we do the DNA test after, I'd need you to sign then at the hospital before we get the results. I stop walking. You want me to sign the birth certificate before we confirm paternity? Well, yeah, that's how it works. They need it within 72 hours of birth. But the DNA test takes a week or two. So we'd do it, and if there was any issue, which there won't be, we could figure it out then. I look at her, really look at her. You want me to legally establish paternity before knowing for sure. You're making it sound, am I wrong? She crosses her arms. This is what I mean. You're so suspicious, so focused on protecting yourself instead of being my partner. Rachel, if the baby's mine, I'll sign anything happily. But if we're doing a DNA test anyway, why not wait for the results first? Because that's not how the hospital works. Then we file an amended birth certificate after. Emma can help with that. Oh, Emma, of course. Your sister who thinks I'm some kind of con artist. She doesn't think that. She told Marcus I was deflecting. He told me. The conversation spirals. We end up sitting on a bench, both staring at the pond, not touching. Does it really matter? She says finally. Whether it's March 14th or February 28th or whatever, we love each other. We can raise this baby together. Why does biology matter so much? There it is. The question, does it really matter? I think about 18 years, child support, legal obligation, the courts, the system. My name on that certificate is a contract. Yes, I say, it matters. She stands up. Then maybe we don't have a future. She walks away. Again. I sit on the bench, watch the ducks, pull out my phone and order a DNA test kit online. Overnight shipping. It arrives in my mailbox the next morning. I leave it in my car, unopened. A nuclear option I'm not ready to deploy. Would you demand proof or trust blindly? Be honest. Comment proof or trust. Fast forward, May 7th. My sister Emma's wedding. Rachel and I are in this weird limbo. Not together, not broken up. She's 5 months pregnant now, showing. Her family knows, my family knows, everyone has opinions. My mom thinks I'm being cruel, my dad thinks I'm being smart. Emma thinks I'm being cautious. Marcus thinks I'm being destroyed. Rachel's at the wedding. I invited her before everything imploded. She's sitting with her mother who keeps shooting me looks. Daggers. I'm in the coat room during the reception, needing 5 minutes away from the forced smiles and whispered conversations. My phone buzzes. Email notification. Subject, DNA, test results. Reference, or number 8847392. My heart stops. I'd done it 3 weeks ago. Rachel had agreed, finally, reluctantly, to let me do a prenatal paternity test. Non-invasive, just her blood and mine. She'd said, fine, if it'll shut you up. said it would prove me wrong, said she'd be expecting an apology. I click the email. PDF attachment, official letterhead, lab seal. I open it, scan down. Probability of paternity, 0.0%, 0.00. The paper is thick, expensive stock, the kind you can't fake. Security watermark visible when I tilt it. At the bottom, in bold, this biological analysis excludes the tested male as the biological father. My hands shake. I read it again and again. 0%. The number that ends everything. The courtroom door opens. Emma, still in her wedding dress. She takes one look at my face. What's wrong? I can't speak. Just hold up my phone. She takes it, reads. Her eyes go wide. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. When did you... 3 weeks ago. Results were supposed to take 2 weeks. They just came. Emma sits down next to me on the bench, still holding my phone. How bad? She whispers. I show her the 0. She reads it again. Then she wraps her arms around me and I can't cry because 200 people are celebrating love 30 feet away and my entire future just imploded. You are not the villain, she says quietly. You are not abandoning anyone. You are protecting yourself from a lie. Do you hear me? I nod. Now we go dance at my wedding, and tomorrow we call a lawyer. My lawyer, the best one I know. Emma, I can't. Yes, you can. You're going to stand up. Fix your tie. Go back out there and smile at my wedding because you didn't do anything wrong. She did. Not you. Never you. I look at her, my little sister, getting married, starting her life. I don't want to ruin your day. Then don't let her ruin it. Come dance with me. One song, then you can deal with all of this. We go back to the reception. I dance with my sister. I smile for photos. I make a toast. And the whole time, the email notification sits in my pocket. 0%. The number that means I have no child, no choice, just consequences. Rachel's watching from across the room. She doesn't know yet. Tomorrow she'll know. Tomorrow everything changes. But tonight, I dance at my sister's wedding and pretend my world isn't ending. The next morning, I text her. We need to talk. Today, she knows. Somehow she already knows. Maybe it's my tone. Maybe she's been waiting for this moment since she agreed to the test. We meet at her apartment. Neutral for her, hostile territory for me. Her best friend Sarah is there. Moral support, I guess, or witness protection. I don't sit down. Just pull out my phone, open the PDF, place it on her coffee table. Those pregnancy books are still there. One of them has a bookmark. Chapter 7, Preparing for Baby's Arrival. Rachel picks up my phone, reads. Her face doesn't change. That's what gets me. No surprise, no shock, just resignation. Okay, she says quietly. Okay, I repeat. That's it? Okay. What do you want me to say? How about the truth? How about an explanation? Sarah stands up. Maybe I should stay, Rachel says. Please, I need you here. I look between them. Does she know? Did you tell her? Tell me what? Sarah asks. Rachel sets down the phone carefully, like it might explode. Tyler and we were together in March a few times. It was a mistake. A stupid, horrible mistake. The words hang there. Confirmation. Finally. After months of deflection and changing stories and gaslighting myself into thinking maybe I remembered wrong, maybe the dates were off, maybe a few times, I say. How many is a few? Does it matter? There's that phrase again. Does it matter? Yes, I say. It matters. All of it matters. How many times, when, where, while we were together, while I was in Denver, before Denver, during, after. She's crying now. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was confused. He and I have history and he was there and you let me think it was mine. I didn't know. Not at first. I really thought you knew. I'm shaking. You knew the timeline didn't match. You knew I was gone. You knew and you let me believe because I wanted it to be yours. She stands up. I wanted this baby to be with someone stable, someone who would actually be a father. Tyler's a mess. He's broke. He's immature. So you chose me, like picking insurance. Sarah touches Rachel's arm. Maybe we should all calm down. No. I look at Sarah. Did you know? She doesn't answer. That's answer enough. Unbelievable. I laugh. It comes out bitter. Everyone knew. Everyone but me. Tyler knew, Rachel says quietly. I told him when I found out. The room tilts. Tyler knew. He knew the baby might be his. He said he wasn't ready. Said he couldn't do it. Said... She trails off. Said what? Said if you were willing to step up, maybe that was better. For everyone. I sit down. Have to. My legs won't hold me. You and Tyler, you planned this. You actually sat down and planned to let me raise his child. It wasn't like that. Then what was it like? Explain it to me. Make it make sense. She wipes her eyes, mascara running. I panicked. I got pregnant and Tyler didn't want it, and I thought about abortion but couldn't do it. And you were there. You were good. You would have been a good father, better than him. That's not your choice to make. I know that now. Do you? I stand up again. Can't sit still. Because even after I asked for the DNA test, even after I told you I needed proof, you still tried to get me to sign the birth certificate first. You were going to lock me in legally before I knew the truth. Sarah's face changes. She looks at Rachel. You didn't tell me that part. Sarah, you were going to trap him. I wasn't trapping anyone. I was trying to give my baby a father. Your baby has a father, I say. Tyler, the biological father, the one who actually made this child with you. Rachel sinks back onto the couch. He won't step up. He already said so. He wants nothing to do with this. That's between you and him, not me. So you're just leaving? Walking away? I'm walking away from a lie. There's a difference. She looks up at me, eyes red, voice breaking. Please, I know I messed up. I know I lied. But the baby, she's innocent. She needs a father. And we could still make this work. We could... No. If you loved me, don't. I hold up a hand. Don't make this about love. You don't lie to people you love. You don't manipulate them. You don't trap them into 18 years of legal obligation based on fraud. It wasn't fraud. What would you call it? Silence. Sarah won't look at either of us. The coffee table still has my phone. Still showing that PDF. 0%. The truth in numbers. I need you to leave, Rachel says finally. I'm going, but we're not done. I'm filing paperwork. Legal documentation that I'm not the father. Emma's helping me. You need to tell Tyler, because this is his responsibility now, not mine. I grab my phone, head for the door. Everyone's gonna hate you, Rachel says. You know that, right? Everyone's gonna think you're a monster. Abandoning a pregnant woman. Abandoning a baby. I turn back, look at her one last time. No lies, no guilt, just the truth. I close the door, walk to my car, sit in the driver's seat. My phone buzzes. Text from Emma. How did it go? Me. She admitted it. Tyler's the father. She knew. They both knew. Emma. Jesus. Me. Coming over? Emma. Already making coffee. I drive to my sister's house. She's still in her honeymoon phase. Came back yesterday, but she drops everything when I arrive. We sit in her kitchen. She pulls out a legal pad, starts making lists. First, she says, you don't respond to anything Rachel sends you without running it by me first. Second, you document every interaction. Third, you contact my colleague Margaret, family law specialist. She handles paternity cases. How much is this going to cost? Less than 18 years of child support for a kid that isn't yours. Fair point. Have you ever been labeled the villain for protecting yourself? Share villain if you know this feeling. It starts on Facebook 3 days later. A post from Rachel's mother. No names mentioned, but everyone knows. Some people call themselves men, but abandon women and babies when things get hard. Praying for my daughter in this difficult time. Comments flood in. Who would do that? That's disgusting. She deserves better. Then Rachel's friend group. Subtweets on Twitter. Instagram stories. Vague but pointed. Crazy how people show their true colors. Can't believe someone we trusted turned out to be so cold. My phone blows up. Friends asking if I'm okay. Coworkers sending concerned messages. My mom calls, "What's going on?" Linda texted me. She says, "You left Rachel?" "It's complicated, Mom." "She's pregnant with someone else's baby." "What?" I explain. The DNA test. Tyler. The timeline. My mom goes quiet. "Oh," she says. "Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Everyone thinks I'm the bad guy. Let them think what they want. You know the truth." But it's not that simple. Because social media isn't about truth. It's about narrative. And Rachel's narrative is winning. A mutual friend, someone I thought was my friend, unfriends me on Facebook. Then another, then another. Group chats go quiet when I join. Plans get made without me. Marcus sticks around, Emma, obviously. My dad sends a text. "Proud of you for standing up for yourself. Short, but it helps." Work gets weird. My boss calls me into his office. HR is there. Jennifer from Human Resources with her clipboard and neutral face. "We've received some correspondence," my boss says, "about a personal situation." "Correspondence?" Jennifer slides a paper across the desk. Printed email, anonymous. Subject line, "Complaint against employee, moral character." I skim it. Words jump out. Abandoning his pregnant girlfriend. Refuses to take responsibility. Reflects poorly on company values. "This is insane," I say. "This is a private matter. It has nothing to do with my job." "We understand that," my boss says carefully, "and we're not taking any action. But we wanted you to be aware, in case there's more." "More?" Social media posts, calls to the office. We've had a few already. People asking if we know what kind of person we employ. My face burns. "I have a DNA test proving the child isn't mine. This is harassment." Jennifer nods. "And if you want to pursue that legally, we can provide documentation of the contacts we've received. But for now, we're just asking you to be aware this situation is public." I leave the office, sit at my desk, open my laptop, find my name in a local mom's Facebook group. Someone posted asking if anyone knows me. Comments debating whether my company should fire me. Strangers who've never met me, judging my entire character based on Rachel's version of events. Marcus appears at my desk. "Come on, lunch. You need to get out of here." We go to a diner 3 blocks away. Order burgers. I'm not hungry. "This is insane," I say. "I didn't do anything wrong." "You know that. I know that. But everyone else doesn't have all the facts." Marcus points a fry at me. "Look, social media is a cesspool. People love feeling righteous. They love having someone to hate, but it'll blow over." "Will it?" "Eventually. When the next scandal hits." He pauses. "Have you heard from Tyler at all?" "No. Why?" "Just wondering if he's getting the same treatment." "Good question." I check Facebook. Tyler's profile. His last post is from 3 days ago, a gym selfie. Comments are normal. No one's calling him a deadbeat. No one's questioning his character. Of course not, because no one knows he's the father. Rachel hasn't told anyone. She's letting me take all the heat while Tyler lives his life unbothered. The injustice of it burns. That night I can't sleep, lying in bed, scrolling through old texts with Rachel, looking for, evidence, closure, some explanation that makes sense? I find a thread from January, before Denver, before everything. Rachel, "Tyler texted me, Happy New Year. So annoying." Me, "Block him?" Rachel, "I should. He won't leave me alone." Me, "Want me to say something?" Rachel, "No, I'll handle it. He's harmless. Just annoying. Harmless. Just annoying." 2 months later, she's sleeping with him. My phone buzzes. Email. From an address I don't recognize. Subject line, "You should know the truth." I almost delete it. Probably spam. Probably someone else harassing me, but something makes me open it. You don't know me, but I'm Tyler's brother. I heard what happened. I'm sorry. Tyler told me about the baby. He told me what Rachel said to him. I think you deserve to know. She called it a financial security plan. I have receipts if you need them. This isn't right. Attached screenshots, text messages between Rachel and Tyler. I open them, read. Rachel to Tyler, January 28th. I've been thinking about us. I know we ended badly, but maybe that was a mistake. Tyler to Rachel, January 30th. I thought you were with someone. Rachel to Tyler, January 30th. I am, but he's not you. We have history, more texts, flirting, planning. Then Rachel to Tyler, March 3. He's going to Denver for 2 weeks. Come over? Tyler to Rachel, March 3. You sure? Rachel to Tyler, March 3. I miss you. March 3rd. The day after I'd left for the conference, she didn't even wait. More screenshots, different conversation. This one between Rachel and her friend. Not Sarah, someone else. Rachel, April 10th. I'm pregnant. Friend, OMG. With who? Rachel, that's complicated. Friend, Tyler or current guy. Rachel, pretty sure Tyler. Timeline matches. But current guy makes $90K and has his life together. Tyler's broke and lives with his mom. Friend, so what are you going to do? Rachel, tell current guy it's his. Tyler won't step up anyway. This way the baby has a stable father. Friend, that's risky. Rachel, it's practical. I need financial security. Tyler can't give me that. There it is, in writing. The email subject line, financial security plan. She wrote that. She actually wrote that. Like I was a retirement account. Like I was a solution to a problem instead of a person. I forward the email to Emma. Call her. It's midnight. Did you see it? I ask when she answers. Yeah, I saw it. Holy shit. She planned this, the whole thing. It wasn't confusion or panic. She sat down and calculated which of us was the better option and chose me because I have money. This is evidence, Emma says. Real evidence. Margaret's going to want to see this. Tyler's brother sent it. Why would he do that? Because maybe Tyler's not as okay with this as Rachel thought. Maybe he actually wants to be involved and she shut him out. You think? I don't know, but we're finding out. I'm calling Margaret first thing tomorrow. We're moving forward with the legal filing, and we're including this. I sit on my bed, look at the screenshots again, read them over and over. The cold calculation, the casual cruelty. Current guy makes $90K. That's all I was. A salary, a credit score, a solution. No love, no trust, just calculation. 2 days later, a letter arrives. Certified mail. I sign for it, open it in my car. Handwritten. Blue ink on lined notebook paper. Shaky handwriting. Dear name. You don't know me. We've never met. But I'm Tyler Morrison, and I think you know why I'm writing. Rachel told me about the DNA test. She called me crying. Told me you were taking her to court. Told me you were trying to abandon your child. But here's the thing. She also told me something else. She told me you wanted to be the father. That you knew the baby might be mine, but you wanted to raise her anyway. That you were fighting for custody. That's not true, is it? I don't know what she told you about me. Probably that I'm a deadbeat. That I don't want to be involved. That's not true either. When she told me she was pregnant, I asked what she wanted to do. She said she didn't know. I said I'd support whatever she decided. If she wanted to keep it, I'd step up. I'd figure it out. I'd be a father. She said no. Said she was with someone else now. Someone better. Someone who could provide. Said it would be easier if that person thought the baby was his. I told her that was wrong. She said it was practical. I backed off. Thought maybe she was right. Maybe the baby would be better off with someone who had their life together. I'm 27 and still figuring things out. I live with my mom. I work retail. I'm not exactly father of the year material, but she's my daughter. Biologically. That matters, doesn't it? My brother showed me the messages you got. The proof that Rachel was using you. I'm sorry. That's not right. You didn't deserve that. I'm writing because I want you to know I do want to be a father. I will step up. If you're going to court to prove you're not the biological father, I'll come. I'll testify. I'll take a DNA test. Whatever you need. And after, I want custody, or at least visitation. I want to know my daughter. I want to try. Rachel told me you wanted to be the father. She lied to both of us. I'm sorry you got caught in this, but thank you for telling the truth, for not signing away my rights without knowing. Tyler, I read it 3 times, sitting in my car, parking lot of my apartment building. Tyler wants custody. Tyler wants to be involved. Everything Rachel said, that he was a deadbeat, that he refused, that he wanted nothing to do with the baby, it was all lies. She lied to both of us. Have you ever been caught in someone else's lie? Share caught if yes. I take a photo of the letter, send it to Emma, then to Marcus. My phone rings immediately. Marcus, dude, this changes everything. I know. Tyler's not the bad guy here. No, neither am I. We're both just collateral damage. What are you going to do? I'm meeting with a lawyer tomorrow. Emma set it up. I guess Tyler and I are on the same side now. Strange how that works. 2 men, complete strangers, united by one woman's lies. Margaret's office is downtown, glass and steel, expensive. Emma insisted on paying the retainer, wedding gift, she said, though this is the worst wedding gift ever. Margaret is 50-ish, sharp-eyed, no nonsense. She reads through everything, DNA test, screenshots, Tyler's letter, takes notes. Okay, she says finally, here's where you are. Rachel can file for child support against you regardless of biological paternity if she establishes you as the presumptive father. How would she do that? If you lived together, if you held the child out as yours publicly, if you acted in a parental role, it's called de facto parentage or equitable estoppel. Basically, if you act like a father, courts can treat you as one even without biology. My stomach drops. But you never signed the birth certificate. You never held the baby. You never lived together. From what Emma tells me, you've maintained clear boundaries since the DNA test. That's good, but we need to formalize it. She slides papers across the desk, legal documents, dense text. This is a petition for disestablishment of paternity. It's a court filing that formally states you are not the biological father and requests a court order confirming no legal obligation. We'll attach the DNA results, Tyler's letter, the evidence of Rachel's misrepresentation. Will it work? Should. You have genetic proof. You have evidence of fraud. You never established a parent-child relationship. The law is on your side, but... She pauses. But? Rachel can contest it. She can argue it's in the child's best interest for you to be the legal father regardless of biology. Some judges are sympathetic to that argument. Not many, but some. Especially if Tyler seems unreliable. But Tyler wants custody. Then he needs to file his own petition for paternity establishment and custody. That actually helps you. Shows there's a biological father willing to step up. Makes it harder for Rachel to argue the child needs you. So what's the timeline? You need to file within 30 days of the child's birth or before Rachel files anything establishing you as father, whichever comes first. Baby's due in 4 months? July. Then we file now, preemptively. Gets ahead of any claims she might make. I'll draft everything today. You review, sign, we file by end of week. I nod. Sign forms. Initial boxes. Emma squeezes my shoulder. One more thing, Margaret says. This is going to be public. Court filings are public record. The media might pick it up. Man sues to avoid child support plays badly, even when the facts are on your side. Be prepared for that. More than I already am? She almost smiles. Fair point. We leave. Stand outside the building. Emma checks her phone. Tyler wants to meet, she says. His brother connected us, wants to thank you, wants to coordinate legal strategy. That's weird, right? Meeting him? Little bit, but he's not your enemy. Neither is the baby. Emma looks at me. No, she's not. But she's not your responsibility either. You know that, right? I do, logically, but there's a baby, an innocent baby, who didn't ask for any of this, who's going to grow up in the wreckage of her mother's lies. Come on, Emma says. Let's get coffee. You look like you need it. We walk, find a Starbucks, order complicated drinks, sit by the window. Thank you, I say. For all of this, the lawyer, the support, everything. You're my brother. What else would I do? Mom thinks I should have just walked away, not involved courts. Mom's wrong. Love her, but she's wrong. You walk away without legal documentation, Rachel can come after you for support in 5 years, 10 years. Whenever she wants, you need that court order. She's right. I know she's right. But it feels so ugly, dragging this through courts, formal petitions, lawyers. But what choice do I have? Margaret said I have 30 days. I say, after the birth. You're filing before. Smart. Day 29 would have been cutting it close. Day 29 would have been a panic attack. Emma sips her latte. You're doing this right, I promise. My phone buzzes. Text from unknown number. This is Tyler. My brother gave me your number. I'm filing for paternity and custody tomorrow. Thank you for not giving up. We're on the same team. I show Emma. She reads it. Huh, Tyler's stepping up. Yeah. Rachel didn't see that coming. No, she really didn't. And somehow that feels like the first win I've had in months. Not because I want Tyler to take custody. I don't know him, don't know if he'll be a good father, but because Rachel's plan is falling apart. The careful calculation, the financial security strategy, all of it crumbling. No child, no choice, just paperwork. I filed the petition on day 29 before the birth would have given me the deadline. Just to be safe, just to be sure. The court stamps it, official, filed, public record. Now we wait. The baby is born July 15th. A girl, 7 pounds, 4 ounces, healthy. I know because Rachel's mother posts photos on Facebook. Pink blanket, tiny fist, no name yet. Comments flood in. She's beautiful. Congratulations. Where's the father? Good question. I'm not at the hospital. Didn't visit, didn't send flowers, maintained the boundary. Margaret said it was crucial. Any sign of acting like a father could undermine the case. Tyler went. I know because he texted me a photo. Him holding his daughter for the first time, crying. Caption, she's mine. I can feel it. Rachel apparently lost her mind. Screamed at him to leave. Told hospital security he was harassing her. They asked him to go. He went. But he'd seen her, held her, that mattered. 3 weeks later, court date arrives. The courthouse is old, stone steps, high ceilings, smells like floor polish and anxiety. Emma's with me. Marcus took the day off work to be here. My dad drove down. Moral support battalion. Margaret meets us outside the courtroom, briefs me one more time. Rachel's lawyer is going to paint you as cold, unfeeling. Abandoning a helpless child. Don't react. Don't engage. Just answer questions honestly. The DNA test speaks for itself. What about Tyler? His hearing is separate, different petition, but the judge knows. We made sure the cases are linked. Judge Harper, by the way, she's fair, follows the law. That's good for us. We enter courtroom B, smaller than I expected, wooden benches, American flag in the corner. Rachel's already there with her lawyer, her mother beside her. Rachel won't look at me. The baby's not here. Too young for court. Probably with a sitter. All rise. Judge Harper enters. Older woman, gray hair pulled back, reading glasses. She sits. We sit. Case number 2024 FA 8372. Petition for disestablishment of paternity. Petitioner? Margaret stands. Your Honor, my client seeks a court order confirming he is not the biological father of the minor child born July 15th to Rachel Morrison. We have genetic testing proving zero biological relation. We request the court formally establish no legal obligation exists. Ms. Morrison's counsel? Rachel's lawyer stands. Young guy, earnest face. Your Honor, While the genetic test may show no biological relation, my client believes it's in the child's best interest for the petitioner to maintain a parental role. He was in a relationship with Ms. Morrison during conception. He knew about the pregnancy he initially accepted. I never accepted, I say. Margaret touches my arm. Don't. Judge Harper looks at me over her glasses. You'll have your turn, sir. Ms. Morrison, you may present your case. Rachel's lawyer calls her to the stand. She's sworn in, sits, looks small in the witness chair. Ms. Morrison, can you describe your relationship with the petitioner? We dated for 2 years. It was serious. We talked about marriage, future. Then I got pregnant and he changed, became suspicious, demanded DNA tests, accused me of cheating. Did you have relations with anyone else during your relationship? Pause. Yes, briefly, with my ex-boyfriend Tyler. It was a mistake, a moment of weakness, but I ended it. I chose my name. I wanted him to be the father. Why? Because he's stable, responsible. Tyler's not ready to be a father. He admitted that. I thought it would be better for the baby if my name raised her. He would have been a good dad. I clench my fists. Emma squeezes my shoulder. Judge Harper leans forward. Ms. Morrison, did you inform the petitioner about your relations with Mr. Tyler Morrison before requesting he accept parental responsibility? Not immediately. At any point before the DNA test? No, Your Honor. So the petitioner believed he was the biological father when you discussed his parental role? Yes, but no further questions for now. Judge Harper writes something. Petitioner's counsel? Margaret stands. Your Honor, I'd like to enter Exhibit A. DNA test results showing 0% probability of paternity. She hands the document to the bailiff. Judge Harper examines it. The official lab report, that number 0%. I'd also like to enter Exhibits B through F. Text messages, calendar records, and travel documentation showing the petitioner was out of state during the conception window. Security logs showing Ms. Morrison's ex-boyfriend visited her apartment overnight during that time. And finally, text message evidence showing Ms. Morrison described the petitioner as a financial security plan. Rachel's face goes pale. Her lawyer shifts in his seat. Judge Harper reads, slowly, each exhibit. The courtroom is silent except for the clock ticking. Ms. Morrison, the judge says finally, did you refer to the petitioner as a financial security plan? Your Honor, that was taken out of context. It's a yes or no question. Yes. Did you discuss with your friend the possibility of claiming paternity from the petitioner because he makes $90K while Mr. Tyler Morrison is broke? Rachel starts crying. I was scared. I was pregnant and alone, and I didn't know what to do. That's not an answer to my question. Her lawyer stands. Your Honor, my client was under tremendous emotional stress. I'm sure she was. I'm asking about deliberate misrepresentation of paternity. Judge Harper looks at Rachel. Did you knowingly allow the petitioner to believe he was the biological father when you suspected or knew otherwise? Long pause. Rachel wipes her eyes. Yes. The word echoes. Did the petitioner ever hold this child? No. Did he visit the hospital? No. Did he sign the birth certificate? No, he refused. Because he requested a DNA test first. Yes. And when that test showed zero biological relation, he filed this petition within 3 weeks. Yes. Judge Harper sets down the papers. I'm going to take a brief recess, 15 minutes. She stands. We stand. She exits. The moment she's gone, Rachel's crying turns to sobs. Her mother holds her. Her lawyer looks grim. Margaret leans over. That went well. Did it? Judge Harper doesn't like deception, and Rachel just admitted to all of it under oath. We're good. We step into the hallway. Marcus hands me a water bottle. You okay? I don't know what I am. Emma checks her phone. Tyler's hearing is in 30 minutes. Courtroom D. Should we go? Margaret thinks you should. Shows unified front. You're not claiming paternity? Tyler is. Supports your case. 15 minutes later, we're back in the courtroom. Judge Harper returns. Before I rule, I understand there's a related case. Mr. Tyler Morrison petitioning for paternity establishment and custody? Yes, Your Honor, Margaret says. Courtroom D, 30 minutes. I'm going to pause this hearing and observe that one. Context matters. Court is in recess until 2 p.m. We walk to courtroom D. It's already filling up. Tyler's there with his lawyer. His family, mother, brother, what looks like a sister, sitting behind him. He sees me, nods. I nod back. Strange moment. Two men who've never met, connected by one woman's lies. All rise. Same judge, Judge Harper. She's hearing both cases. Smart. She wants the full picture. Tyler's lawyer presents his case. DNA tests showing 99.9% probability of paternity. Tyler's statement that he wants custody. His employment verification, he got a better job, management position, preparing for fatherhood. Character witnesses, his mother testifies, his employer testifies. Then Rachel's lawyer calls Rachel to the stand. Again, Ms. Morrison, you've stated Mr. Tyler Morrison was not ready for fatherhood. Can you elaborate? He's unstable. He can't hold a job. He lives with his mother. He's not financially secure. Tyler's lawyer stands. Objection. Mr. Morrison has submitted employment records showing steady work for 3 years and recent promotion. Sustained. Rachel's lawyer tries again. Ms. Morrison, when you informed Mr. Morrison of the pregnancy, what was his response? He said he wasn't ready, that he couldn't do it. Tyler's lawyer, Your Honor, I'd like to present Exhibit G, text message from Ms. Morrison to Mr. Tyler Morrison dated April 8th. He hands it to the bailiff. Judge Harper reads it. Her expression changes. Miss Morrison, did you tell Mr. Tyler Morrison that you were with someone else now who could provide, and that it would be easier if he thought the baby was his? Silence. Ms. Morrison, I might have said something like that. Is that a yes? Yes. So Mr. Tyler Morrison did not refuse parental responsibility. You excluded him. Rachel's crying again. I thought it was better. For whom? The child or yourself? Drop A if you believe courts should protect people from paternity fraud. Your Honor, Rachel's lawyer stands. My client was trying to ensure her child had the most stable environment. By lying to two men, by excluding the biological father and attempting to trap a non-biological party into legal obligation through misrepresentation? Judge Harper removes her glasses. I've seen a lot in 20 years on this bench, but the level of calculated deception here is extraordinary. She looks at Tyler. Mr. Morrison, do you want to be this child's father? Tyler stands, voice shaking. Yes, Your Honor, she's my daughter. I want to know her. I want to provide for her. I want to try. Are you financially prepared? I'm working on it. I got a better job. I moved into my own apartment. My family's helping. It's not perfect, but I'm trying. Judge Harper nods, writes something, looks at Rachel. Ms. Morrison, did you believe Mr. Tyler Morrison would be a bad father? I don't know. That's honest. You don't know, because you didn't give him a chance. You decided for him, decided for the petitioner in the other case, decided for everyone based on your own assessment of who would provide better financial security. Rachel's lawyer, Your Honor, if I may. You may not. I'm going to rule on both cases now. She shuffles papers. The courtroom is dead silent. In the matter of case 2024 FA 8372, petition for disestablishment of paternity. The genetic evidence is conclusive. The petitioner has zero biological relation to the minor child. He never held himself out as the father, never signed the birth certificate, never established a parent-child relationship. Ms. Morrison admits to knowingly misrepresenting paternity. The petition is granted. The court finds the petitioner has no legal obligation to the child, no child support, no custody, no legal relationship whatsoever. My knees almost buckle. Emma grabs my arm. Furthermore, Judge Harper continues, the court notes Miss Morrison's behavior constitutes paternity fraud. While this court cannot impose criminal penalties, Ms. Morrison is hereby warned that any future attempts to establish paternity against the petitioner will be viewed as harassment and may result in sanctions. She looks at me. You cannot create obligation through deception. The law doesn't work that way. You're free to go, sir. Then she turns to Tyler's case. In the matter of case 2024 FA 8375, petition for paternity establishment and custody, the genetic evidence establishes Mr. Tyler Morrison as the biological father. Despite Ms. Morrison's attempts to exclude him, he has demonstrated genuine interest in parenting. The petition is granted. Mr. Tyler Morrison is established as the legal father with rights to custody and visitation. Tyler's crying, his mother's crying, his lawyer's shaking his hand. As for custody arrangements, Judge Harper says, given the child's young age and Ms. Morrison's current primary caregiver status, I'm ordering joint legal custody with primary physical custody to Ms. Morrison. Mr. Tyler Morrison will have supervised visitation initially, transitioning to unsupervised as appropriate. We'll revisit in 6 months. She bangs the gavel. Court is adjourned. Everyone stands. Rachel's frozen in her seat. Her lawyer's packing up quickly. Her mother looks shocked. Tyler walks over to me, extends his hand. Thank you, he says, for not signing, for not giving up. You could have just walked away. Let her file against you later. You didn't. You fought. And because you fought, I get to know my daughter. I shake his hand. She's innocent in all this. She deserves her real father. I'm going to try. I'm really going to try. Good luck. His brother approaches, the one who sent the emails. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for sending me the truth. We leave the courthouse, step into the sunshine, July afternoon, hot, humid. I breathe for what feels like the first time in months. Marcus hugs me. You did it, man. Emma's crying. Happy tears. I'm so proud of you. My dad just nods. Firm. Solid. That's enough. Margaret shakes my hand. Congratulations. You're free. Legally and officially. That court order is ironclad. What about Rachel? Can she appeal? She can try. Won't work. The evidence is too clear. She'd need to prove you established paternity despite the DNA test, and you very carefully didn't. You did everything right. We walk to a diner, celebrate with pancakes at 3 p.m. Weird meal for weird circumstances. Marcus orders champagne. The waitress looks confused but brings it anyway. To truth, Emma says, raising her glass. To boundaries, Marcus adds. To freedom, my dad says quietly. We drink. I look at the court order Margaret copied for me. Embossed seal, judge's signature, legal words that mean freedom. Petitioner has no biological or legal obligation. I think about the baby. I haven't seen her. Don't know what she looks like beyond Facebook photos. She'll grow up knowing Tyler as her father. Maybe that's good. Maybe he'll surprise everyone. I hope he does. But she's not my child. Never was. And that's okay. No child, no regret, just my choice. 6 months later. I'm sitting in my apartment, my new apartment, 1-bedroom, fresh start, when the mail arrives. Bills, junk, and a Hallmark card. I open it, generic front, flowers, butterflies, something inspirational. Inside, handwritten, thank you for giving our grandson his real father. Thank you for your integrity. Tyler's family, I put it on my fridge. Next to a photo from Emma's wedding, me and my sister dancing before the DNA results, before the court. when everything was about to fall apart and I didn't know it yet. Life's better now. Quieter. The social media storm blew over, like Marcus said it would. Rachel's Facebook went private. The mom groups moved on to other scandals. Work forgot about the anonymous complaints. I started seeing someone new, slowly, carefully. Her name's Melissa. She knows the whole story. Asked on the second date, "So what's your deal? Ex-wife, kids?" "Long story," I said. "I've got time." I told her all of it. DNA test, court, everything. Waited for her to run. She didn't. She said, "You did the right thing." That took courage. Or stubbornness. Same thing sometimes. We're taking it slow. No rush, no pressure. She's a teacher, loves her job, has her own apartment, her own life. We're figuring it out together. Marcus is doing better too. Found someone. Brings her to our weekly dinners. We've expanded the group. Marcus's girlfriend, Emma and her husband, sometimes my dad. Found family, Emma calls it. Tonight's one of those dinners. Emma's hosting. I bring wine. Melissa brings dessert. We crowd around Emma's dining table. 8 people, loud, laughing. Emma's son, my nephew, just turned 1, is in his high chair, throwing Cheerios, making happy noises. Emma's husband wipes his face with infinite patience. "He's teething," Emma explains. "Sorry for the chaos." "I like chaos," Melissa says. "Beats boring." We eat pasta, salad, garlic bread, simple food, good company. At one point, Marcus raises his glass. "To family," he says. "To family we choose," Emma adds. "To brothers who know their worth," my dad says, looking at me. I raise my glass. "To people who stay when it's hard." We drink. No one records it. No one posts it. It's just ours. After dinner, I'm helping clean up when Emma pulls me aside. "You heard about Rachel?" "No." "What?" "Tyler has custody now, 50-50. Judge approved it last month. He's apparently really stepping up, taking parenting classes. His family helps a lot." "Good for him." "And good for you. You're completely clear. No claims. No nothing." "I know. Margaret made sure." Emma hugs me. "I'm proud of you. You could have just accepted it. Let her bully you into signing. A lot of men would have." "A lot of men don't have sisters who are lawyers." She laughs. "Fair. But still, you stood up for yourself. That matters." Later, driving home with Melissa, she asks, "Do you ever regret it? Not being involved? Not knowing the baby?" I think about it. Honest question deserves honest answer. "No," I say. "I feel bad for her, the baby. She didn't choose any of this, but she has a father, Tyler. That's how it should be. I'm not her father, never was, and forcing it would have been wrong for everyone. Including you. Including me." She reaches over, squeezes my hand. "I'm glad you chose yourself." "Me too." We drive through the city, lights reflecting off windows, people living their lives, everyone with their own stories, their own struggles. I think about the framed court document on my wall, next to a photo of me holding my nephew at Christmas. The court order reads, "No biological or legal obligation." The photo shows something different. Chosen love, the kind you give freely. Not because you have to, because you want to. That's the difference. I park outside Melissa's apartment, walk her to her door. She kisses me goodnight, soft, sweet, uncomplicated. "See you Thursday?" she asks. "Thursday, I'll cook." "You cook?" "I'm learning. Marcus is teaching me. Be prepared for mediocrity." She laughs. "Can't wait." I drive home, park, sit in my car for a minute, pull out my phone. Look at that email from the DNA lab. 6 months old now. I should delete it. Don't need it anymore, but I keep it. Reminder, proof, evidence that I can trust myself. 0%. The number that changed everything. The number that saved me. I go inside, my apartment, my space, my choice. Pour a glass of water, stand at the window, look out at the city. My phone buzzes, text from Marcus. "Dinner was good. Proud of you, man." Me. Thanks for sticking around. Marcus, always, I think about a year ago. The wedding reception, holding those test results, the baby sleeping in the next room. 0% mine. 100% my problem, not anymore. I'm free, really free. Not running from anything, not hiding, not ashamed, just free. To build my life, to choose my family, to love who I want to love, and protect myself from those who would use me. Rachel posts sometimes, I see it through mutual friends, photos of the baby. Tyler's in some of them now, holding his daughter, playing with her, learning she's beautiful, dark hair, Tyler's eyes. She looks happy, good. She deserves happy, but she's not mine, never was. And I'm okay with that. Better than okay, I'm at peace. Share your story of choosing yourself when everyone said you shouldn't. Comment, I chose me. And if this story made you think about boundaries differently, send it to someone who needs to hear it. We don't build families through lies, we build them through truth. No child, no regret, just my choice. And that's enough.